What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today we're going to be focusing on how to feather hair in the most efficient way. We may not always have access to pre-stretched hair, so today I'm going to show you guys how to pre-stretch it yourself and get that nice feathered look at the ends of your braiding hair. So we all know that my hair of choice is Expressions. I feel like you get more bang for your buck in a pack because the hair is 84 inches, making it very long, meaning that you can cut it in half and pretty much have 2 packs of braiding hair. A lot of other brands are not as long, so if you are using a different brand, you may not have to cut the hair in half, but because this hair is pretty much going to be to your client's kneecap, you want to make sure that you're cutting it in half by finding that rubber band that's in the middle and cutting right there so that you have 2 sides. If you are new to stretching or feathering hair, then remember that the less hair that you work with at a time, the easier this will be. So you can always break these 2 sections down into 4 as well. To complete this, you're just going to need a wide tooth comb or a paddle brush and obviously the braiding hair. And we're going to start off by taking one side, which you can see is really blunt, and you're going to take your thumb and your pointer finger and you're going to pinch little pieces and pull them out. The most efficient way to do this is by making sure you're not gripping the hair too tight and you're moving in random sections just from one side to the other and literally pulling out. I'm gonna go from doing this in slow-mo and medium and fast motion so that you guys can see me how I move through this process. This typically takes me 5 minutes, and I will always do this prior to my client arriving so that the hair is already prepared. So you guys have seen me move through 3 different speeds. Remember, this is not something that needs to be super neat or super uniform because obviously the point of having the hair feathered means that we don't want it blunt. We don't want these pieces of hair matching up at a certain length. We're just pulling and literally creating a feathered look. Remember, when you're pulling, you want to pull lightly. You should be able to feel the hair moving in your hand. And when you're holding on and gripping the hair, you want to make sure that you're also holding it, but having a light grip. There are several different ways that you guys can feather hair. This is the most efficient method in my opinion because I've seen a lot of people use other methods and they'll still have a lot of straight pieces or blunt ends in their feathering. So that's why I'm showing you guys this method and only this method because I think that it works the best. So once you guys have fully pulled that side, this is what it should look like. And then we're going to go ahead and comb this out. And by doing that, it's going to naturally feather the opposite side that we didn't touch. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the hair in the middle and I'm going to begin to comb this whole side out, and I'm going to make sure that I'm starting at the bottom and combing upward just like you would do like your natural hair. This is going to prevent the hair from tangling. As you're doing this, you should start to see that the ends will start to feather on both sides. So we can see here that our ends are no longer blunt just from that little session, but I do like to go a step further. So I'm going to take my pointer and my thumb finger, and I'm going to be pinching and pulling down. Once again, you want to make sure that the hand that you're holding the hair with does not have a super tight grip, and I'm just literally pinching in sections and pulling down. This is going to create a little bit more of a feather and make it just look a little bit more natural, and this process should take about 1 extra minute to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Sometimes you will see that you missed a couple sections in the first process, so I'm going to use this time to make sure I really focus and pinch and pull in those areas and just make sure that I don't miss any sections. And you guys will see just from doing that little amount, we have such a nice feather. So you can do that as long and as much as you need to. And yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude how we feather this hair. Always, after you're done doing any pinching and pulling, you want to make sure that you comb the hair out. And sometimes I'll like shake the hair just so I can see if I missed any areas or any straight pieces. If you guys don't see anything, then usually you're good. If you guys have any further questions or anything that I missed, let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, that is how I feather my hair. I'm going to show you guys a before and after by comparing both sides. And yeah, that's pretty much how you guys do it. Again, this process should only take maybe 5 to 6 minutes, and you should be able to do all of this prior to your client arriving. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.